piece. Okay.
Well, good morning, cruise nerds. We are actually getting off today. We forgot to go look at photos and purchase them. So we're gonna go get those before breakfast. And so yeah, so their shutters is open until from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So we decided to go ahead and go do that before we go to breakfast. So I will see y'all once we get our photos. And this week has been amazing, so I can't complain too much about it. But now it's back to reality, so I can pay for my portion of the next trip. So can't wait until March. See you soon, cruise nerds. Well, ahoy cruise nerds. So we had breakfast and it was good, and now we're off the ship. As you can tell, the ship's over there, and Mom and I had a fabulous week with the crew, getting to meet new crew and meeting new friends that are now family. And of course we said goodbye to some crew who are going on vacation. But overall, Mom and I had a fabulous week. At least I know Mom did. I had a fabulous week too, but Mom just said I had a fabulous week. What do you?
9 days.
9 days on the ship. What are you talking about? I had a fabulous trip. Anyways, so DisneyMagic, thank you so much for an amazing week. So cruise nerds, if you're watching this, I will give you an overview of like my whole entire week, and I know I said I would talk about the back-to-back process, how that worked since COVID and post-COVID, and everything else that's involved that I said I would talk about. So, and of course, if you have questions, definitely comment down below, and I will definitely respond, and then we'll go from there. So, once again, bye DisneyMagic. See you in 30 days. And cruise nerds, this is where I'm going to check out. So, see you real soon at home. Well, ahoy cruise nerds, and welcome back. We finally made it home from Miami, which was about a 4-hour drive. There was some traffic on the turnpike once we got on the road and headed back, but that was only and that was towards the end when we saw the traffic, so it wasn't too bad when we first got on, but we made it safely, as you can tell. And I am, of course, at my desk where I share all the cruise and news and whatnot. But overall, this past week has been amazing. And the crew have been phenomenal. The food was great to begin with, and it started kind of going downhill and whatnot. But overall, it was still decent, and the activities were great. The Port Adventures that I did, I didn't do any Port Adventures this week. I do have the bikes on our 3-day on the Disney Dream over at Castaway Cay. The weather was amazing. It was windy, as you noticed throughout the whole entire cruise. And then for Marvel Day at Sea, as you saw, I posted that the other day. Or once I uploaded it was the other day. But it was an amazing day. Dad had an awesome time. He really enjoyed the fireworks. And overall, just every single detail in the Marvel Day at Sea was just phenomenal. Now, my experience with Marvel compared to the time before has just increased. It was amazing compared to when they did it in 2017. The shows, the activities, the drawing academy, the whole 9 yards, the meet and greets, even the meet and greets were amazing. So, just a phenomenal job. Now, next year it's going to be on the Disney Dream, so I don't know how that's going to play out because it's going to be a different ship, but I will say, either way, it was an amazing Marvel Day at Sea. And I would recommend it to anybody. So, if you do get a chance to do a Marvel Day at Sea aboard the Disney Cruise Line ships, I highly recommend it. So, overall, my final review of this past week is just top notch. Now, the boarding process for back-to-back. Now, that was a little challenging this year. Just because with COVID and whatnot, it was a little bit different and a little bit more confusing. Now, obviously, this is out of Port of Miami, so obviously it's not... the representatives that they have are not actual cast members at the port. So I get that. So when we... on Monday, when we got... well, rewind a few days prior to Monday, prior to Valentine's Day. The only notification that we got on the ship was that... was like 2 days before Monday through the text by guest services, and all they said was be at D Lounge deck 4 midship no later than 9:30 a.m. That was all we got. So Monday morning we got to D Lounge, and there we were supposed to go through the back door, so the side door, because it said in here, and many of us couldn't even get into the door because that door was locked. So we had to go through the front door, the one that was actually like in the atrium area of deck 4. So we had to use the back exit, and of course everybody socially distanced and whatnot, and we waited there until about like 9:45, 10 o'clock. And then at that time, a crew member came in and just said, oh, is everyone here for the check-in or the back-to-back process? And we were all said yes. So he gave us a little yellow Mickey card for that back-to-back process. And then I would say about 10:15, so like 15 minutes later, he gathered us all. We got off board. We disembarked the ship like we normally would, at the deck 3 gangway, midship. And then we got off. We went through customs like if you normally would. Make sure you have your passports ready and have them at that certain page for customs. But they have you waiting in a line until the customs border control is ready for you. They'll check it, and then you'll just make a quick U-turn through customs and come back up and wait until majority of the guests are clear and come back through. And then at that time, you go through the check-in process. If you are testing, you go through the test again to make sure you're clear. And also, once you're clear, they wait until about 11 o'clock, and then they start checking you in and getting you back on board the ship. Okay? So that's basically the back-to-back process. It was definitely confusing. It took about an hour or so, but hopefully soon, fingers crossed, that it's done very, very soon. And then once we got on board the ship, as y'all saw, we got to enjoy the ship. We had a free coffee because we were back-to-back cruisers from Cove Cafe. So just a heads up there. And then enjoy the cruise. So that's pretty much it. It was definitely a confusing process because it's been a few years since we've done it. But also, I think it was also confusing because of the COVID testing and whatnot. So they did the best that they could, but it was definitely confusing. For sure. And then I only got a few items in the merchandise store. So I got my usual Mickey ear, the year ornament. So I got that. That was $24.99. And I got my Tervis cup. And that price was $44.99. So it's Tervis. So you're paying for the price of the name. And then the other Tervis I got, this one was $40. But it's the Marvel Day at Sea mug. So, but not really much in the merchandise stores that I got. But anywho, maybe they'll have some more in a few weeks when I go back. But anyways, this is where I'm going to wrap up my vlog. So, Cruise Nerds, thank you so much for watching my last 9 days. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you on the Disney Jam real soon.